Hi there, my name is Jonas and I'm one of the Mount Kilimanjaro expedition managers here at Altezza Travel. Today, we're going to be running you through exactly how you can get prepared for this beautiful adventure you've got ahead of you. I'll run you through exactly what you need to pack and how. We'll also be showing you exactly how we actually prepare for these expeditions, and you'll be meeting some of the mountain crew that might be with you on your hike as well. And finally, I'm going to be giving you some crucial tips to make sure that your Kilimanjaro climb is as successful as it deserves to be. So without further ado, let's go. Your trip with Altezza is likely to start right here at our climbing lodge, situated beautifully in the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro. Here we have cozy rooms, a swimming pool, restaurant, reliable Wi-Fi, and professional staff ready to serve all of our customers. Our office and the gear rental store are also located here. We love it here because it's nestled amongst beautiful nature, it's tranquil and quiet. Nearly the entire Altezza team is based at this climbing lodge where we spend our days planning, organizing, and hosting incredible adventures. And now I would love to introduce to you one of my colleagues, Doris. Don't let her beautiful smile and stature deceive you. She actually comes from a hereditary family of mountaineers and has a ton of experience herself. But Doris, would you care to explain?
I found this passion for Mount Kilimanjaro from my father. He was among the first people to run commercial Kilimanjaro expeditions in the early 80s. So I spent my entire childhood in the Kilimanjaro Rocky Slopes.
So when you do arrive in Tanzania, Doris and the rest of the Altezza customer experience team will be supporting you with everything. We get detailed information about your health, dietary preferences, gear you would like to hire, and other requirements directly from your personal account on the Altezza family portal. This is integrated with our expeditions management software. Not only does our software allow for the expeditions to run smoothly and hassle-free, but it also allows Altezza to use a lot less paper than most other companies in the industry. Combined with other initiatives of Altezza Travel, this is one of the many ways that we're doing our part to take care of the environment and our planet. We recommend arriving 2 days before the scheduled starting date of your expedition. This will give you enough time to recover from any jet lag you may be experiencing, and of course, get familiar with the beautiful property of the Altezza Lodge and enjoy any nearby activities. Another good reason for arriving a few days early is in case your luggage gets delayed. If this happens, our transfer team will of course go to Kilimanjaro Airport and pick this up as soon as it lands. In the worst case scenario that your luggage does not make it to the hotel before your expedition departure, Altezza Travel will equip you with all the necessary gear from our rental shop completely free of charge. Now let's talk about how to get prepared for this trip. Special outdoor clothes and footwear are necessary for your climb to be safe and comfortable. Once you arrive in Tanzania, my colleagues will check each and every item to make sure that you have everything that you'll need for this entire expedition. We will of course let you know if something is not suitable for the hike and help to pick a proper replacement from our gear store. And we'll also be happy to answer any questions that you may have and share some useful hiking tips. Also, you will have full access to the list of necessary gear in your account at the Altezza portal. If you don't know what gear you'll need for Kilimanjaro, please check my detailed video about it and you can find the link right here in the description. You shouldn't worry if you're not able to bring everything that you need. Here at Altezza, we have a large gear rental shop where you'll be able to find and hire the high-quality branded gear for your expedition. Some hikers prefer to travel light and arrive in Tanzania with no gear at all, taking everything from us on the spot. We have a large selection of all sizes and types of gear, and we can outfit you completely. On the eve of the departure, you should pack everything into 4 categories. First, your backpack. This is where you should pack everything that you might need to access with ease on the hike. Your rain poncho, sunscreen, sunglasses, Gore-Tex jacket and pants, a fleece jacket, water bottle or camelback, snacks, lip balm, personal hygiene items, you name it. Make sure you don't put anything extra in there that you don't need. The idea is to keep it as light as possible because on average, you'll be trekking from 3 to 6 hours a day through rugged terrain. A heavily loaded backpack will drain your energy a lot faster. Second, your duffel bag. This is what you'll use to pack the rest of the Kilimanjaro gear that you will need on this adventure. It should be water resistant and have 90 to 120 liters of capacity to fit everything inside. Don't worry if you don't have one. Here at our gear store, we have hundreds of these, and you can always hire one for the trip if you need. Our porter will be carrying this for you from camp to camp. Remember, the weight of your fully loaded duffel bag should not exceed 15 kilograms. This is exactly enough for an average hiker. However, if there are some heavier items that you absolutely need to bring on your adventure, and your load is heavier than 15 kilograms, just make sure to let your manager know. We will assign an extra porter to take care of that, but that will of course cost you extra to cover his wages. Remember that you will not be having access to the duffel bag until you arrive at the next camp. So, if there's anything that you will certainly need throughout your hike, put it in your backpack. Third is your suitcase. Now we have a special storage room where we safely keep the items which our customers don't need throughout the trip. You can leave your suitcase with our managers in the departure area and they will take care of it for you. And finally, the items of value. This includes your gadgets, cash, jewelry, wallets, and passports. We will make a personal record of everything that you leave in our care. We'll seal this in the envelope and lock it in our company safe room. Safety is of course being taken very seriously here at Altezza Travel, and this area is under 24/7 video surveillance, it has alarm protection, and it's patrolled by armed guards round the clock. On the morning of your expedition departure, breakfast is available from 6:30 a.m. Once you've had a good bite to eat, it's time to get dressed for your first day of trekking. For your first day of trekking, you'll typically be wearing trekking sneakers, trekking pants, and a synthetic t-shirt, and you'll be bringing trekking poles and a buff as well. In your day pack, you should be packing a fleece jacket, a rain poncho, Gore-Tex clothing, and other essentials, which we've discussed before. Our team will let you know your exact departure time. When that time comes, grab your duffel bag, grab your day pack, grab your suitcase or any other luggage you may have, and head to the reception. At the reception, you'll be able to hand over your valuables and luggage to my colleagues. Once all of your valuables have been recorded and accepted into our care, we will introduce you to the guiding team. They will weigh up your duffel bag and help you fill your camelback and flasks with bottled water. So please show up exactly at your assigned time. Sometimes we have up to 10 different expeditions leaving on the same day. So for the sake of your experience and that of others, it's very important to not be early, not be late, just be on time. In the departure area, you will find this screen which has a live feed of the weather forecast for the next 7 days at different altitudes on Kilimanjaro. Let me just warn you though, no matter what this forecast says, you have to make sure to bring a lot of warm clothes and wet weather gear. Even if it says dry, it could start raining at any moment when you're in the mountains. Now the last thing you want to do before departure is scan the QR code right here and send the link to your family and friends so that they can track your expedition in real time. So now that we've successfully completed our entire list of pre-expedition procedures, it's time to hit the road. And I believe this is our bus, so let's make our way to the mountain. Hey guys! And let me just take this moment to introduce to you the best mountain crew in all of Tanzania. And you can trust me when I say that you are in very good hands here. And we are on our way to the trailhead. Now, depending on which route you choose for your trip, this journey can take anywhere from 30 minutes up to 4 hours. For the sake of this video, we've decided to go for the Lemosho route, which starts at Londerossi Gate, approximately 2 hours drive from the lodge. As you can see, we're now passing through the rural areas, and you'll see the local life exactly the way it is. The people of Tanzania are very hardworking, extremely friendly, and undoubtedly welcoming. They're one of the reasons why we love this country so much. The views on the way to the Kilimanjaro National Park entry gate are absolutely stunning. And there's even a chance to spot some wildlife along the way. So we've made it to the National Park entry gate. This is where the chief guide of our expedition is making sure that all the entry permits are being processed correctly with the National Park officer. In the meantime, another National Park officer is making sure to check the porter's load are all up to regulation standards. In most cases, there is an abundance of manual processes that need to take place. All of the registered guests actually have to be manually registered upon arrival, and this can take hours before you begin the trek. At Altezza, we do everything digitally. Our expedition team prepares the permits 24 hours before the start of the trip, and all other paperwork is automated by the Altezza software. We ensure that our clients are always among the first to start their trek without any unnecessary delays. By the time the porters were all checked out, we already had our permit, and now we're on our way. So along this beautiful journey, I'll be running you through a couple of the key things we should pay attention to. Now, the first thing to keep in mind is that maintaining a suitable trekking pace is absolutely critical for a successful acclimatization. You shouldn't be overstraining yourself by hiking too fast. Now, why is that? Because the more energy you're exerting, the more oxygen your muscles will use, and thus the more oxygen you will need. Now, you'll likely hear your guides and your porters reciting a very popular hiking mantra, pole pole. This means go slower in Swahili, the predominant local language here in Tanzania, and trust me when I tell you, this is a tip you must follow. Your ideal trekking pace is probably about half the speed of your normal walking pace. Of course, remember to make frequent stops to have a sip of water and enjoy the incredible views around you. Another crucial thing to keep in mind is staying hydrated. The higher we ascend, the drier the air becomes, and our body tends to lose a lot of water as we climb. It needs to be replenished to make sure that our acclimatization is going stress-free. Every day, you should drink about 3 to 4 liters of water. We recommend drinking 1 to 2 liters when you're hiking between the camps, and then another 2 to 3 when you arrive there. Our mountain crews fetch water from the Kilimanjaro springs and then have it purified right at our camp to make sure it's always available for you. Because there's no place to fill water along the way, your flasks or a camelback should be large and ideally carry 1 to 2 liters of water. Adding electrolytes to your water is always a good idea. They're known to rehydrate you a lot faster and actually just make you feel more refueled and re-energized. Unfortunately, at the moment, they are not available in Tanzania, so we absolutely recommend that you bring electrolytes with you before you arrive. Also, it is better to drink water in smaller sips, but regularly. A stop every 25 or 30 minutes for several sips is what we recommend to do. One of the very important things to remember is that we have to remind ourselves to not feel stressed. A lot of hikers really underestimate the effects of stress and anxiety on the body before the hike. In reality, anxiety and stress can have an almost paralyzing effect on the body, and this means that all of the natural processes that take place within the body slow down, and this includes acclimatization. Therefore, we absolutely recommend that everybody gets a good rest before they start their hike. And don't worry guys, although Kilimanjaro can be challenging, it's also fun and exciting, which is probably why you're watching this video. And you definitely should not worry about whether or not you're gonna make it. With our trusted team, you definitely will. The sun on Mount Kilimanjaro is merciless and it could cause severe burns. Therefore, it's extremely important to apply sunscreen several times a day, and we definitely recommend using SPF 50 or above. Remember, as you're gaining altitude, you're actually getting closer to the sun. It may feel cold, but you're a lot more likely to burn. Also, make sure to use sunglasses that have a good UV protection to keep your eyes safe. It is especially important to do so in the summit area, where the snow crystals reflect the rays of the sun, causing a condition known as snow blindness. And trust me, this is definitely not something you want to be experiencing when you're at the summit. What should I wear and when? This is one of the most common questions we get from our travelers. Now, to gain a better understanding of this, it's very important to remember that Kilimanjaro has several distinct climatic zones, and each of these climatic zones requires a unique outfit. You'll begin your trip in a tropical rainforest zone or on the western plateau of Kilimanjaro, where the temperatures are mild and the weather can be very humid. Trekking pants or shorts, hiking sneakers, and a synthetic t-shirt is what you'll most likely be needing in this part of your trek. However, it's important to remember the weather on Kilimanjaro is extremely unpredictable. It may start raining and grow colder very quickly, and this is exactly why having a fleece jacket and Gore-Tex outfit, as well as a rain poncho in your day pack, is important. From the second day of your trip until the summit camp, you'll be moving up through the moorland to the alpine desert zone, where wearing a fleece and a Gore-Tex jacket every day will be necessary. And we also recommend using thermal synthetic underwear at any altitude above 3,000 meters throughout your trek. As we climb in altitude, it definitely gets cold at night, but don't worry, we've got you covered. At Altezza, your comfort is our #1 priority, and that's why we've got the Altezza Bunny. This is our mountain mascot. It is a hot water bottle. You can keep it in your jacket. You can keep it in your sleeping bag. I promise you, it's going to keep you warm. Although you could use trekking sneakers for the first few days of your Kilimanjaro trek, Altezza Travel highly recommends using hiking boots with ankle fixing support directly from the start of the trailhead. It could also be a really great idea to bring some light sneakers or slippers that you could wear while camping to give your feet a rest. So we've just arrived at our camp and the team has already set up everything for us at a suitable location away from all other trekking parties, and the porters have already grabbed our duffel bags and put them in our tents. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Whilst the others are just settling into the camp, we've already got the Altezza chefs here cooking up a nourishing meal, rich with nutrients, which is exactly what we need after a long day of trekking. As you can see, the camp is comfortably large. We've got our classic tents over here, and if you opt for the premium package, we've got the larger tent in the background. On our right here, we've got the camp mess where you'll be enjoying all of your delicious meals throughout the stay, and in the back, we've got our portable showers and toilets. One of the most common complaints about Mount Kilimanjaro is the place in which you may have to do your business, if you know what I mean. Now, you've got two options for where you could do this business. The first is the public toilets. Given the popularity of climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, the public toilets can get very dirty and they're not serviced properly, and this may lead to a very uncomfortable experience throughout your expedition. Now, alternatively, and the more popular option, is actually hiring a portable toilet straight from Altezza Travel. It will be carried by a porter, it will allow you to have private use, it will be cleaned and serviced every single day. As you can see, this is the far superior option for your expedition. So you may be wondering, how do you go to the toilet while you're hiking? Well, it's completely fine to just go off the track, take care of your business, but of course, please do remember to bring any sanitary napkins or wet wipes with you in a Ziploc bag and dispose of them properly at the camp. So the typical hiking hygiene consists of using wet wipes. However, if you feel you can't go a week on Kili without a shower, of course, Altezza has got you covered. You can rent a portable shower directly from Altezza, and the water will be heated up for you. And every day, our team will be warming up water for you so you can have a fresh, hot shower at the end of your hike. And yes, the facility is quite simple, but it absolutely will get the job done. We understand that for some people, it is absolutely essential to keep in touch for business and/or personal reasons. To help them, we offer hiring a personal satellite phone for a Kilimanjaro adventure. It has a strong signal all over Kilimanjaro. At Altezza Expeditions, we offer a wide selection of delicious meals, including vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, or any other dietary restriction options that you may have. If you have any dietary requests, please don't hesitate to let us know of any needs that you may have, and we will plan this for the expedition accordingly. Our Kilimanjaro meals are delicious and they are rich in both carbs and protein to ensure that you will always be energized for your adventure. We apply a continuous effort in designing our meals, so much so that we frequently invite specialists in outdoor cuisine to train our mountain chefs. All the vegetables and fruits that you'll find here in our mountain kitchen are sourced directly from local farmers here in Kilimanjaro. Not only does this provide an incredible taste in our meals, but it's also a really good way for us to support the local community. Twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, one of our professionally trained guides will be performing a compulsory medical checkup. They will be checking the oxygen saturation of your blood with oximeters and asking if you have any symptoms of high altitude sickness, which may include headache, vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, or any sort of labored breathing. Of course, this checkup is performed in a private setting, but for the purpose of this video, we've recorded this outside so you can see exactly how it takes place. Please remember to be honest with the guides and inform them about any symptoms of high altitude sickness or any other discomforts you may be feeling. Our guides are trained wilderness first responders, skilled in diagnosing and treating various altitude-related conditions. They carry fully loaded medical kits, oxygen systems, and evacuation stretchers to be ready for any emergency. By the way, let's have a look at how our medical kits are prepared. Of course, when trekking with Altezza, we ensure that you are always accompanied with the necessary medical kits. Now, these kits, they are packed and checked before every departure to make sure that there's a sufficient number of everything we might need throughout our expedition. This kit right here, the smaller one of the two, is what we bring along on the hike in case we need it at any given time. And this kit right here is going to have all of your bases covered throughout the entire journey. You can find a link in the description of this video with a full list of everything in the medical equipment. Getting properly acclimated to the altitude is the most important thing on Kilimanjaro. While acclimatization largely depends on the number of days in your Kilimanjaro program, there are of course other factors to keep in mind. These include your physical shape, prior hiking experience, proper rest before the trip, even things like your stress levels, your nutrition, your hydration, trekking pace, and proper equipment are all equally important as well. Some climbers do experience headache, nausea, and other troubles while getting acclimatized, but no need to worry, these symptoms are extremely common. Apart from choosing a 7-day or longer itinerary, the best way to make acclimatization less stressful is by taking Diamox. The normal daily dosage for an adult is 125 milligrams taken twice per day. Diamox is a standard component of our medical kits, and you can get it from the guide. While it is certainly not obligatory on our trips, we do recommend taking Diamox. Here at Altezza Travel, we keep detailed records of all of the trips over the past 8 years, and we can confidently say that Diamox increases the chances to summit successfully, especially among those for whom it is the first experience in the mountains. Now, if you would like to learn more about Diamox and its effect on acclimatization, check out the article on our website, and you can find the link to that in the description of this video. Now, we also recommend speaking to your doctor before your trip to get qualified medical advice on Diamox. After lunch, our guides will take you on an optional acclimatization hike. On this hike, you will be gaining about 300 to 400 meters or 1,000 feet, and then returning back to the camp. Albeit short, these exercises are great to boost your acclimatization process. We highly recommend that you don't skip them. The data that we've collected over the years strongly suggests that the hikers who do these hikes have much higher chances to reach the summit successfully. And also, the views are incredible. Isn't that why you came to Tanzania in the first place? As we climb in altitude, our bodies are under a lot of pressure, so we have to take care of our personal hygiene. We recommend using hand sanitizer throughout the trek, and when you arrive at the camp, you will find hot, clean water that you can use to wash your hands, and please do this before you eat anything once you arrive to avoid getting an upset stomach. You will be starting your summit attempt at around midnight so that you're able to reach Uhuru Peak for the most incredible views at sunrise. However, there are a few things that we do need you to be mindful of before we set off. First of all, the pace will be very slow. It's going to take about 8 hours to reach the summit. The level of oxygen at that elevation is only about half of that at sea level, and you should be very cautious with your speed. Secondly, remember to cover your face with sunscreen in advance. In the summit area, this may easily escape your memory. Nevertheless, make sure that sunscreen is packed in your day pack to use it again after the sunrise. Thirdly, check that the sunglasses are also in your backpack. Otherwise, you may succumb to snow blindness in the summit zone, an extremely painful condition you don't want to experience. On the summit night, you will be needing your warmest gear, your summit jacket and pants, a fleece jacket, thermal underwear, a beanie, gloves, warm socks, the whole lot. It can reach down to minus 20 degrees Celsius at the summit, so you have to be prepared. It may even be necessary to put on a Gore-Tex jacket over your summit jacket, as the weather at the summit is extremely volatile and it may start raining or snowing or get extremely windy at any moment. Finally, we strongly encourage you to bring with you energy gels, bars, and snacks. Hot drinks are also very helpful at this leg of the journey, so we definitely recommend bringing a small thermos with hot tea with you. Our guides will also be carrying tea, but of course, the more that we bring, the better it will be for the entire team. While you're in the summit area, you can descend into the crater where you can pass the Furtwanger Glacier on the way to the Reusch crater. This trek takes around 2 to 3 hours and is a lot more challenging. Please keep in mind that this descent into the crater can be completed only after your guide's approval, depending on weather conditions and of course your stamina and health after reaching Uhuru Peak. And just like that, we've made it to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed coming along on this expedition with us, and I want to personally thank you for choosing Altezza Travel. We can't wait to welcome you to Tanzania for your safe, comfortable, and unique Kilimanjaro experience. See you soon.